empathize. You can empathize with that, right, Adam? I mean, that's you, bro. You live your life, you unapologetically you,
What?
right?
Did you just
YOLO.
fucking compare me to Britney Spears, bro?
Welcome to Capture Culture, where worlds collide, creatives thrive, and the beat never dies. We're your hosts. That's Adam.
Hi.
I'm Alex, coming fresh with a mic check and thanking you for the time you're about to invest. Zuck is a cuck.
That's quite the way.
Zuck is a cuck.
Why?
Elon Musk tweeted this out to Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh,
He said Zuck is a cuck. These fools are battling, dude. Are you seeing this?
Yep.
Are you seeing their battles online?
Elon is cutting edge, man. Zuck is a cuck. That's pretty them fighting words, you know.
That's what he tweeted, dude. And he followed it up with, he said, we should literally have a dick measuring contest. Elon is wild, bro. Elon is like, he's like he's the Mad Hatter, bro. He's got like the dough and he's got this crazy personality. Fucking never a dull moment with Mr. Musk.
I definitely don't think Elon's afraid of Zuckerberg. But then again, what if Zuckerberg, you know, just is kind of like, you know, isn't he like a martial arts trainer and stuff like that? Isn't he very fit and very, you know, so he's,
I think he's been doing like jiu-jitsu or some shit, but he's definitely like training in mixed martial arts. And for sure.
Elon Musk has kind of got a belly of, you know, he looks like a big boy, you know, and I definitely think that he might get fucked up, and that's why he's talking.
You know, you think so? So you think Elon versus Zuckerberg?
Yeah.
Zuck's fucking him up?
Yeah, and Elon's talking shit just because there's nothing else he could do. But
dude, Zuck is a cuck. Like, who fucking tweets that out, bro? Like, that's hilarious shit, bro. I mean, they challenge each other to a cage match. You think that could actually go down? Like, you think they can make that? You think they could make that work? Me too. And I mean, imagine the money they will make doing a cage match.
Definitely in the world of celebrity boxing, and then in the world of dick measuring contests as well. I feel like, you know, I feel like they definitely, it's something that can happen.
Who do you think has the bigger dick? Who do you think has the bigger dick, dude? Musk or Zuckerberg?
Zuckerberg, you know, just Zuckerberg.
You think Zuck's got the big dick?
Yeah, because I feel like he's got more money too. You know, he's got Zuckerberg's kind of like just the silence, you know, like he doesn't need to say nothing. You know, he just kind of.
Right. He looks like a weasel, bro. Zuckerberg, even his name, like it sounds like the villain at the main level. He does. He looks like a motherfucking like shyster, dude. Shyster. And you know, I mean that, I guess, in the best way possible, because this guy does cutthroat business with a lot of people. You got to look like a motherfucker. And Zuckerberg looks like that.
He's smart too, right? He's smart. I feel like he really doesn't, he doesn't come across as like a threatening type of person, but I feel like behind your back, you know, he will ruin your life and kind of, you know, he does chess moves like creating a company that's just like your company, you know, when you're fucking it up and taking all your business away from you publicly. You know what I'm saying? Those are like chess moves that lead Elon to be like, oh, Zuck is a cuck. Well, it's transparent.
They both own like media conglomerates, so they can't fuck you for sure, because they own pretty much how everyone gets their news nowadays is through social media, right?
Right.
But you know, Elon's got that brain chip, dude. He's got that like brain chip that they've been testing now in people where it makes you like crazy. Imagine like if he goes into a cage match fight with that thing, it's kind of like limitless, dude. Maybe he's just moving like the fucking Matrix, like Neo in the Matrix. I mean, out of those two, I would say Elon would be Neo. So I don't know, dude. I think he could make it like fucking interesting. I think both of them won't play fair and they'll try to get the one up on each other. But I think Elon will have that super brain, dude, and he'll know how to move.
Yeah. Zuckerberg definitely seems like he would be Mr. Smith, you know, and Elon could be Neo.
Yeah.
But
100%.
Yeah, he maybe, you know, what makes you think that Facebook or Zuckerberg, you know, doesn't have all these technologies or alien technology? He's probably an alien, actually. He does, you know, there are like rumors that he's a reptilian alien, you know, and that's why he's so emotionless. I feel like it's a fair fight. It really is a fair fight, you know?
Yeah. Dude, what if we found out one day that all the billionaires in the world are all aliens? Like that's how they got the one up on us. That'd be fucking whack. There would be an uprising.
So the aliens had the control this
whole
entire time. They were in control the entire. We didn't even realize it. I mean
that would make sense to me.
Yeah.
I don't see it like Men in Black shit, dude. I don't think my Uber driver is an alien. You know, like how Men in Black has it. That shit's hilarious, by the way. Like if you think of the concept of that shit, but I think the aliens would have the fucking power.
It's kind of blowing my mind right now. That would mean like you would never like money wasn't even a thing. No, you know, money didn't even really exist. It was just kind of something to keep us busy, and you could never really earn money. You know, like that's kind of messing with my head right now.
Keep us in line. They keep us in line with money and religion. That's how they keep us all in line.
Yeah.
You know. But back to Elon and Zuckerberg. I mean, so that's, you know, remember Celebrity Deathmatch, bro? I love Celebrity Deathmatch on MTV. They really need to bring that shit back because that's super fucking entertaining. And I wish we did live in a day and age where like these celebrities that beef just go on and fight and duke it out. Make your money from duking it out, but no one wants to take that L in front of the majority of people. No one wants to lose their fans. You know, I mean, Nate Robinson got knocked the fuck out, right? And he got clowned on, but he stepped in the ring. He stepped in the fucking ring. These guys need to duke it out.
I feel like celebrity boxing is a huge thing nowadays. You know, celebrity boxing is all the rage.
It is coming up. It is coming up a little bit, right?
All these YouTubers are doing these celebrity pay-per-views where, you know, you got a good famous YouTuber against famous YouTuber and people go at it and you really see their character, you know, in the ring. You really see somebody's character when you watch them fight.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know what someone's really about when you watch them fight. That's survival mode. You know, that's one of the truest, I guess, forms of expression for people. Fighting and dancing. You know what I mean? I mean, that's like when and they both involve body movement, you know, and you got to be fluid with it, like water.
Fluid like water. Yes. You know? That ancient Bruce Lee wisdom is good wisdom, you know, but when it comes to...
Who would you want to see fight, bro? Who would you want to see fight? Like Elon and Zuckerberg going at it. They're talking shit. Like if we could theoretically, I would want to see
Cardi B go up against Nicki Minaj. God.
You went Cardi female. Oh, that's good. Against Nicki Cardi Minaj. Versus Nicki.
Yeah.
Hardcore match. That's got to be a
definitely hardcore match. Bra and panties match. You know, either way. You know, like like both. No. But I feel like that would be. And I feel like Cardi B is coming out on top.
You need to rep that.
No. I don't.
You know what, bro?
I don't. I really
You think
don't.
Cardi wins? I think Nicki Minaj wins at the end, dude. I think Nicki Minaj is a total fucking bitch. Like she has this resting bitch face. You know, like she just looks like she's shady too. She looks like she's kind of like grimy and would stab a motherfucker in the back real quick. I feel like that's what I get from Nicki. She's got that like don't fuck with me eyes.
Yeah, I feel like Cardi B's got that New York in her, you know, and it's just got the really like just ruthlessness and doesn't really give a fuck about you. And you know,
Nicki Minaj is a motherfucking monster.
Yeah, but she's just I mean, if you really think about it, she's just a rapper, really. Like she started out young rapping, you know, like so I feel like her rapping. No. She no, but you know, I feel like Cardi B had more of a eclectic past, you know, more of a kind of a exciting, you know, past, you know.
I think that would be a grimy match for sure, bro.
What about you?
Sure.
Who would you give?
You know, like a little old school beef for me because I'm an OG. You know, I would go 50 versus the Game. I would say let's finally fucking let those dudes like they don't like each other, bro. They really like, you know, at this point in their careers, they're maybe respectful. They don't necessarily keep opening that fucking bag of worms over and over again, like 50 with Ja Rule. That would be maybe a good one. But 50 in the Game, because the Game looks like, you know, he ain't nothing to fuck with either, but neither is Fifth.
The Game is coming out on top, I think. I put my money on the Game, yeah.
Dude, I don't know. 50 always comes out on top, so I might have to go. Somehow 50 comes out on top every time, dude.
That is true.
Every time. So
that is true. Don't fuck with 50 Cent. You'll make a meme out of you real quick, you know, so.
No, I got a hot take, and I said this at work the other day, and we started running through the catalog, bro. I don't know if it's a hot take. To me, it kind of is, because no one really thinks of 50 this way. But I think 50 is one of the most influential rappers of all time, and without a doubt, top 10.
Top 10. All right, let's go top 5. Let's go top 5.
No, we don't have to go deep into it. I want to say that for another episode.
So wait a minute.
So I want to put thought.
Most influential as far as kind of influence in music or influence in
Changed the
culture?
game. When 50 came out, he changed the game. Culture, the game, all his music were fucking hits, dude. He took over rap for like a 3-year stretch. He went on a tear where he just took shit over, bro. I mean, we went through his catalog and it's just hit after hit after hit. And then to be more specific, Get Rich or Die Trying is one of the best albums ever made.
Yeah.
Ever made.
So I recently went back and listened to his old mixtape stuff, and it doesn't hold up now. Like, I really feel like it doesn't hold up. A lot of his hooks are kind of repetitive and very elementary.
He's the master of hooks, dude. His hooks are fucking fire. When you go back and listen to his catalog, I mean, it's literally hit after hit, dude. And he had radio hits, but he also had like some gangster ass shit.
So that
fucking went down, dude.
What I really liked about 50 Cent was the whole G-Unit thing. You know, that whole G-Unit turning it into kind of like something where everybody wanted to wear a G-Unit shirt or a G-Unit sweater or whatever. And to me, I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And then the album was really fire too. But just that kind of he made a group that everybody wanted to be a part of. You know,
it was dope. Everyone was saying G-Unit.
Exactly.
Yeah, like personal taste. No, he's not one of my favorites because you know me. I love like smart MC raps. I love like hard, gritty beats like the RZA or DJ Premier. But I got to give 50 his flowers. I mean, he really is one of the best to ever do it. And I'm not diving in rating.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying he's top 10. We're going to save that for another episode where we break down who our favorites are and give it some real thought.
As far as top 10 greatest, you know, dead or alive, 50's top 10.
Dead or alive, top 10 for everything he meant to music and what he did to the game.
I guess that's
and number one hits and albums sold if you want to go by that, which I don't necessarily go by because sometimes that doesn't tell the real story, right?
I mean, I feel like it's not that hot of a take, but okay, you know, I could argue it. He's not. I mean, but I could also
people will
see
be
how
Jay-Z, all you know, Rakim, Tupac, Biggie. There's a lot of
as far
other
as influential. Influential is like
Kanye,
a stat that's kind of you know, it could go this way or that. You know, influential could mean so many different things. So,
but you know, back to celebrity fights. That's how we got on.
Oh yeah,
I got one more for you that I think the world would like to see, dude. How about Barack Obama?
No.
Versus Donald Trump?
No. I don't. Where's the beef though? Is there beef? Is there beef?
Of course, there's beef, dude. Of course, there's beef. Where you been, bro?
I feel like Barack Obama kind of sunned Donald Trump, and then that was it. That's the last we heard of it, you know, and graciously so, you know. But I feel like Donald Trump versus
President Obama versus President Trump. Yo, you're crazy if you think that's not a good fight. You're crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
Iron Man match.
I feel like would that be a good fight? Watching two old guys fight, you know, like two super old. I don't think Donald Trump could have.
It would be awesome. Hardcore match, dude.
What technique is Obama using?
It's like a duel. It doesn't even have to be it's a duel. They could duel.
What technique?
However way they want to duel.
Like, is Obama a martial artist? You know what I'm saying? And is he coming with the crane kick? You know, coming with the Karate Kid crane kick too. I feel like because he has those long legs, you know, Obama could definitely crane kick you in the face.
Yeah, dude. You know, I mean, he's good with his words. He knew how to talk to people, like his charisma and shit like that. You know, I feel like, I don't know, maybe the sweet chin music, you know what I mean? Would be his.
Right.
And Trump is doing either, you know, the choke slam or the tombstone pile driver or the Rikishi, you know, that might be. Might be Trump.
I feel like Donald Trump, you know, clothesline, definitely like JBL status kind of thing, you know, coming in with the limo, with the horns and shit, you know, but yeah.
Right on, bro. That would be a good fight, man. That would be a good fight. It would be a good fight. I think I want to see that happen in my lifetime.
Well, it's not gonna happen in your lifetime, bro, because it's fucking Donald Trump and Obama.
Dude, but, you know who got smacked though? You know who did get smacked recently? Right in the face? Britney Spears. Oh. Hit me, baby, one more time.
That was, I
guess. Britney Spears, dude, she got smacked by Victor Wembanyama's security guard.
Which, I mean, the only thing I've really been seeing about Victor Wembanyama is that he can't shoot. You know, that's all I've really been seeing. And now
you're like turning this into basketball. I'm going to cut you off because, like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not talking about his game. Victor
Yo,
Wembanyama's security guard.
let me get out two
smacked
fucking
Brittany.
sentences, bro. Let me get out two sentences, right?
Oh, Adam's getting mad.
Let me get
Oh,
out two
okay.
sentences.
Oh,
The
guys,
only other
listen.
thing-
Adam's mad.
The only other thing that I've seen about Victor is this, you know, and I feel like there's not really it's not really I really don't even know how Britney Spears know who he is, you know, like how does I hardly know who he is, you know, so
That's what.
Why is
Well, I
Brittany-
mean,
why is
I don't know
Brittany
how
talking
you're.
about it?
I don't know how you're a basketball fan, bro, and you haven't heard of Wembanyama.
Yo.
I mean, everyone's known this kid is coming. First of all, who he is. I mean, he's probably the biggest hype since LeBron James coming out and entering the league. He's like 7'3" or 7'5". He's a skinny dude, but he's tall as shit and he can shoot. He actually has handles. He can shoot. He pretty much got the full package, right? That's who this kid is. He plays for the San Antonio Spurs. He got drafted by the Spurs. And I think Britney Spears is from Texas. So she's a Spurs
I
fan.
guess okay, there's the connection.
Okay. There's the connection. And she sees him, I think, outside a club or a restaurant in Las Vegas. Right. And Wembanyama doesn't see her. If you see this video, this is what they claim. When the story first came out, they were like, oh, she got backhanded by his security guard and her glasses fell. And some people were reporting she fell down. Okay. They were making it out like it was just some weird thing and the security guard backhanded Britney Spears. But then you see the video and she looks like a mess. All right. She kind of looks like a mess from what you see. She runs up after Wembanyama, who doesn't see her. He's just walking straight. His security guard doesn't even see her. She puts her hand on him, like his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And the security guard just kind of goes over and he went to smack the arm off. And in the process, he hit her in the face as well. But he didn't even see who it was. Like he just saw a hand touch the guy he's protecting and he smacked it like what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Right. And she got smacked, man. And people are saying like they should apologize. But if you see the video, I don't think they don't need to apologize.
Do you think that Victor and Britney went and hung out when he realized who she was? Like he's like, oh shit, is Britney Spears come kick it? You know, like do you think that's what happened?
It would be great PR for them to fix that, you know.
Right.
But I haven't seen that. But it would be like a cool little thing. Maybe they have dinner or whatever, and they just let bygones be bygones. But I don't know if Britney was trying to like press charges. But when you see the video, I mean, if anyone knows, right? Like, there's crazy fans out there, and you can't have people just grabbing you and touching you. It's Britney Spears.
Right.
It's fucking Britney, dude. Like, Britney should know you don't just run up after people and grab them. Like, the security guard did what he was supposed to do. You know,
I'm surprised she didn't have security, you know, like I'm surprised her security guard didn't jump in somehow, you know, I don't know if she did have security. Did she have security?
Yeah. In the video, it didn't look like it. It looked like she was just with maybe a couple of friends. So what it looked like was like maybe she was leaving the place and he was going in and he totally didn't even see her. You could see in the video, they don't know it's Britney Spears. You know what I mean? So that's an L for Britney, dude, but she getting smacked. It's a combination of names you would never think would get linked in the story. Like you were saying, like how the hell did this happen? And why did she get so excited to see him? But that's why, you know. And
Texas.
For everyone out there that doesn't even watch basketball, you're an avid little casual fan, dude. Wembanyama is the name you're gonna be hearing a lot of.
Yeah.
They call him Wemby for short. That's a long name to say. LeBron James, that's kind of easier and fun to say, you know. LeBron James. Now people are gonna be saying Victor Wembanyama.
I feel like he just looks too skinny, man. I don't think he's gonna. I really don't feel like I'd like to see the kid succeed, but I
agree with you.
I feel like he's very skinny. You know.
We'll see. We'll save that for another basketball episode. You know, you brought up Britney Spears earlier for a different reason. We were talking off camera. You're like, Britney's been tripping out.
Yeah, Britney's. I mean, been posting videos that are kind of like, you know, like
dancing all naked and shit.
Yeah, doesn't she have a person to make sure she doesn't, you know, post these things? And I guess that's conservative.
Well, the beauty of it is her, conservatorship, or I think that's what they call it, conservatorship. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She doesn't have that, so that's why she's maybe doing all that. I say, I mean, free him out, Britney. Let do what you want to do. Be you. Be your happiest self. Be your version. You could sympathize. You can empathize with that, right, Adam? I mean, that's you, bro. You live your life. You unapologetically you.
What?
Right?
Did you just fucking compare me to Britney Spears, bro?
In the sense that you live your life
Bruh.
how you want to, bro. You do you. So let Britney do her.
I feel
Let
like
Britney do
I feel
her.
like a lot of people, okay, on this planet, a lot
Let
of
Britney
people
do her.
live their life the way they want to live their life, you know. And I wouldn't compare him to Britney Spears, but I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? Britney's definitely talented, you know. So,
Would
yeah.
you date Britney Spears
Oh
after
fuck
everything you see? You'd
yes,
still,
dude.
right?
Oh
So
hell yes.
you'd still take that
Oh, I'd
trip,
wife her up, dude. I'd propose and everything. I'd on
man.
a horse and at the sunset, you know, like after like a
Pull
hot
out
air
all the
balloon, you
stops.
know, definitely.
Pull
Yeah.
out all the stops. Would you
Brady
try
for
to knock
Brady?
out Victor Wembanyama?
No.
Get him back.
No, I'd
You'd have to jump really high and swing as high up as you can to
you
even
know,
like reach up there.
yeah, I definitely don't think I'm punching anybody, you know, anytime soon. So, you know,
Yeah. Have you seen though, like on the real? Have you seen the documentary about Britney Spears and conservatorship and everything? Like it's fucked up, dude. What her parents and what her dad, her own family, like they fucked her. Like so, when you do see her kind of go off on the deep end, you kind of maybe get a little idea why, man. I mean, this girl's been through some trauma in her life, and
yeah.
now she has no one like controlling everything she does.
Yeah, I didn't see the movie, but I did hear a podcast about
Good.
it. You know,
Yeah,
I knew what was going on with her father and stuff, and a little
it's
bit with her
sad, bro.
sister, and it is very sad. And if you listen to her music, she sings about it in her music, you know, which I think is kind of a very beautiful thing because it was her fans that kind of helped her get out of it, you know, and she spoke to her fans through her music, and I thought
Yeah.
that was a touching thing, you know.
Yeah, man, definitely touching, man. It's Britney Spears is an icon. A lot of girls love her, but like I didn't know the extent of everything that happened behind the scenes. And essentially, man, I mean, like her dad was pretty much, and her mom were forcing her to do like all these shows in Vegas, dude. They were working her hard, and they were saying like she was kind of crazy in a way where she couldn't control her own decisions and finances. But the amount of work she was doing,
Hmm.
like she was on point. Like that was proof that she was more than capable of handling herself.
Right.
And they were like working her, dude, like, I don't know, man, like just some astronomical number, like repeatedly. And they took all her money and they controlled everything she did and who she got to see and who she got to talk to. And so, that's why I say she does look crazy right now, shaking it, and you're like, yo, girl, chill.
Yeah.
But she's got a lot of catch up to do, just wilding out and being free.
I can see your point, definitely. And I think they had her working a residency in Las Vegas or something like that, right? Like
That's what it was. Yeah, yeah. And they grinded her.
and
Like
those are
like
shows almost every night, right?
yeah, dude, yeah, definitely. It was almost inhumane what they were doing to her, bro.
Mm. And
It's
then she's not getting paid for any of it, you know, and they just,
not as much. Yeah, they had control. They had
yeah.
everything on lock. They had everything on lock.
But you got to think if you had a daughter, right? And your daughter becomes at a young age becomes a superstar. And you know, she has some mental issues. You know, as a father,
Did she have mental issues though?
she had some definitely
But what do you know? What do
issues.
you really
Well,
know?
I mean, it's clear that she's got, so I mean those issues were there as, you know, while she's growing up. So it, you know, the father
Were
probably
they though? Do you know that, or are you just talking out your
well,
ass? Because like, have you
no,
done
I'm
research
asking,
on it,
no.
or
What? All
I'm
right,
just
if
asking
somebody,
because you're
yeah, I
you're
mean,
saying
as
it
a,
like a matter of
well,
fact.
yeah,
I'm just defending
look,
Britney Spears here, bro. Somebody's got to.
wait a minute,
She's getting smacked. She's getting
wait a
smacked
minute,
upside the face
wait a
and
minute, wait.
shit.
No, I mean, if somebody, you know, if they had her on a conservatorship, then obviously they knew, like, okay, she's got some issues, and you know,
I think you should watch the documentary.
but I'm
And I think
asking,
you should see how it was fucked up, how they actually kept her on it. Like the proof was there that she didn't need it, she shouldn't have it, but they just kept it was perpetual. And it was bad, dude. She got enslaved. And you really
but
wonder like how this happens in America. It's not just with her. There's my buddy actually works on these cases of conservatorship. Like he kind of and he's kind of giving me, like 411 on some shit. And like people try to scam the system, bro. People try to scam other people and say they can't take care of themselves, and then they take care of and they steal all their money. There's
right,
actually a movie about this. There's a movie on Netflix. Fuck, I can't remember the name, but it's essentially about conservatorship, and it's scary, dude. It's scary because when the law says that about someone, you have no control over your own life. If they give me your conservatorship, bro, I own you. Like you are mine, you know? And when her own family did it to her, dude, it's sad. So when Britney's shaking it, she's just liberated. Those are liberated titties you're seeing shaking around. That's a free smile.
I mean, I'm all for it, man. I'm all for people living at, how
Yeah.
they want. I'm
Live
living
how you
proof.
want.
Exactly.
Yo,
It's
from Britney Spears, you mentioned Nicki Minaj earlier, dude. This Barbie movie's coming out. It fucking makes me sick. It's all pink. It hurts my eyes when I look at the commercials.
yeah.
It was bound to happen though. Fucking Barbie. I'm surprised it took this long to make a fucking Barbie movie.
I mean, they had G.I. Joe, a few years back. Barbie was, I guess, but it seems like they're really putting a lot. Margot Robbie's in it. That guy.
Which I like her.
Yeah.
She's the perfect Barbie.
I forgot that dude's name, the guy in the movie, but he's a really great actor. I just feel like, is this Barbie? Is this really like the Barbie that, kids, or like, I played with Barbies when I was young. Okay. Like I played with my cousin's Barbies, and I'm not going to front, like, we were,
Sure.
we didn't have many toys. My cousin had Barbies, so we played with Barbies. It was no big deal. And I feel like Barbie's kind of done, has worked pretty hard at kind of keeping an image where it's all inclusive. It's, they empower women, to be like doctors and, like they have different Barbies, and I feel like they've done a very good job of that. And then this kind of is a step back for them. It just seems like a Nicki Minaj video.
Nicki Minaj video?
Yeah.
In the movie or the video?
The movie.
How's it?
Yeah.
How's it a step back? Can you elaborate on that? Like, what do you think is this?
Well, I haven't seen the movie yet, right? But I'm just saying it looks like very, it just looks like it's not the Barbie that that I'm used
that you
to.
grew up with,
right? It's not the Barbie I grew up with, exactly. And I'm not afraid to say it.
Well, what about it though makes you feel that way? Like, are you not getting like nostalgic feelings or so? It's not stirring up anything in
well,
you
the
when
movie's
you're
not for
watching
me, dude. The movie's not for me, So, that's all I really.
To be honest, I don't give a shit about the Barbie movie at all. I don't care about the song with Ice Spice and Nicki Minaj. I think it's garbage. I think it's absolute trash. And I'm a fan of both those artists, but the song it's all bad, but it's not meant for guys like us. So I'm not even gonna knock it. It's not made for me. It's not made for you. But we bring up Barbie just because, like, in general, I think Hollywood sexualizes kids. I think Hollywood sexualizes their teens. I was talking about this with Alexis, last month. We watched the show Yellow Jackets on Showtime, and it's about a group of teenagers. Their plane goes down in the woods and they have to survive in the woods. And there's something mystical about where they're at. But, the kids have sex, like they take mushrooms and they like almost get in this little orgy, and they show kids having sex. And then, the show Euphoria, they show a bunch of teen sex, technically speaking, like Sydney Sweeney is not a teenager, but she plays a teenager in the show, an underage teenager, and they show her tits all the time. So in general, Hollywood sexualizes kids, and they also do another thing. They romanticize affairs. They romanticize affairs, and so they put out all this like guilty shit, right? And it's just kind of weird when you pay attention to it. And when you start noticing it a little bit here and there.
You're saying in these shows particular, or in all of media right now?
In media in general, right? Balenciaga got in trouble, not too long ago for their ads that they were running with like some weird BDSM texture shit. I don't know. And they had kids in it or whatever the case may be. Yeah, dude. And we hear all these stories of child sex trafficking, and it's just odd. There's other shows out there too that have like kids having sex, and they just bring and they sexualize like young kids and teenagers. American Beauty. You want to go back to American Beauty and American Pie. I don't want to sound like a prude, but when you think about it, all this shit does kind of sexualize teenagers.
Well, I mean, teenagers are one thing. Teenagers are already kind of sexually charged, you know. So movies like
They are.
American Pie, which I saw when I was a teenager, you know, for me it kind of
It was funny.
yeah, it was funny. It was my type of humor, you know, and my mom didn't like it, but you know, it worked for me.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not condemning it because I love American Pie,
Mm.
right? It's fucking hilarious, but you know, I'm just saying. But some of them they're sexualizing like 16, not even 18. They're you know,
Yeah, yeah,
it's weird.
yeah. I really don't like. I can't really speak on those shows, but the part that interests me where you said they romanticize affairs or they glorify affairs.
Yeah, a
You
lot
know,
of
which is
movies
true.
based on that.
Yeah, which is
They
true.
make
Like
it
exciting.
they make it look like they're having the best sex ever when they cheat on their spouse.
Yeah, that's funny. I mean, you know, you really don't see it the other way around. You know, it's
What do you mean?
I mean, you know how you said they make it look like it's the best sex ever. You don't see that. You don't see that kind of like I can't really think of a show where the couple stays together. You know,
I got you. Or where like the best is with their married
right,
person or something like that, right?
right.
Yeah, it's just like a general thing that they always do, and they almost put that thought into people, you know. And I just watched the documentary on the Ashley Madison affair on
Mm-hmm.
Hulu. Alexis didn't know what Ashley Madison was, and I was like, "Oh, this is actually what the website is." And I was just talking about it with coworkers the other day, strangely enough. And there's this documentary, dude, and it's pretty wild. It's a very interesting documentary when you look at all of the angles on Ashley Madison, which is a website where married people go to have affairs.
Right. Did you have a profile on Ashley Madison?
I did not.
You
No,
did not. No.
I didn't. I did not. But everyone who did was sweating, bro. They got hacked. They eventually got hacked, and they didn't shut down their website. And the hackers really did release everyone's information
Right.
through torrents, and people like it ended up resulting in suicides and broken families and like all this. It was a spiral and domino effect of crazy shit from this infidelity website.
And turns out that a lot of the females on that website weren't fake. Yeah, they were. So
They were fake. They were fake.
so dudes who were just unfaithful were going on and talking to fake
Right.
females.
And here's the kicker. You had to pay to message. That's how they made their money. So when you're messaging a fake female, you're actually paying to message a
Right.
fake female.
I mean,
They claimed like 27 million followers or subscribers at one point. There's a lot of people
yeah, it was huge.
on Ashley Madison. It was huge, and the hack was huge. They still haven't caught who hacked them.
Yeah, I remember I signed up, or I tried to sign up, but then they wanted money. I was like, nah. I was like, no, I'm not. You know, I'll just use MySpace. You know, so yeah, Ashley
man.
Madison. That's it's definitely I gotta check that documentary out. Like I need to
It's honestly a cool documentary. It goes, they bring up a lot of things you wouldn't even think about, but even just like marketing, even as business, it's interesting to see how this website blew up and how the CEO marketed it and how it blew up. But this guy's a piece of shit as well, and he's a liar, which you'll see, you know, within the documentary and the fake shit. But we got all on this because of Barbie, you know, because you told me off camera you thought Barbie was sexualizing
right.
to the kids, right? And I agreed with you. I do think that. I agree with that.
I wouldn't take my daughter to see this movie, you know, and that's the things I feel like all these kids want to see this movie now, you know, and all these little girls want to see this movie, and it, you know, it would be like when my parents didn't let me watch South Park, you know, I thought it was a crime, you know, like how could I not watch South Park? But I don't know. It's just
I'll say this, man. You know, we're not little girls. We grew up as little boys.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't necessarily talk on what's good for them and what's not because we ain't women. We're not girls. We don't know the feelings and emotions. Because I agree with what you're saying, even though it's not like I'm totally on the opposite side of what you're saying. I'm also looking at it objectively. And boys are allowed to watch violence and wrestling at a young age and all that stuff, which is totally innocent. But we are subjected to guns and violence, cowboys and Indians at a young age. As kids, we're shown this sense of masculinity and what a male and a strong man should be. So you can't knock, and then we can't turn around and knock girls for liking Barbie and wanting to be attractive and wanting to have it all together. Because I think that's kind of what Barbie represents as well, like you said.
But at the same time,
Doctor, lawyer,
it's not right for kids to be exposed to violence and pretty much Jackass or South Park, at a young age either, So I feel like Barbie's really shooting for that young, single digit age of kids.
It is. But I mean, if we're picking at it, even comic books, some of the girls in there got very revealing stuff for the boys who are reading it. And then even just their cool story. I'm not hating on comic books. I'm just saying we got to look at it through that lens where if boys are allowed to want to be violent, grow up and be violent and play fight and all that stuff, girls are allowed to grow up and want to be pretty and be Barbie if they want, I don't think it's all bad. I think if I had a little girl and she really wanted to see the movie, I'm going to take her to see the movie. For sure. What's the rating on it? It's got to be PG, dude. It's got to be PG.
It's got to be PG. Let me see.
I don't even think Barbie got a PG-13 rating. So they're probably going to keep it in the spectrum of, being okay for children.
It got so it reveals mature themes and suggestive content, strong language, mild innuendo, and dangerous behavior.
Oh, so that's PG-13. What are we looking at here?
Why is it's PG-13?
It is.
It is PG-13.
Well, this woke culture, there's some things I don't agree with what they push on kids. Target got backlash for putting pride clothing for infants and toddlers. And I didn't necessarily like that either, just because I don't think we should be encouraging sexuality in general on any young age. Like, just let them be kids. But at the same time, I think how you dress your kids is really for the parents. The parents really want to dress the kids, right? But it goes even to that, because I do think like sexuality is just being thrown on young kids at a very early age now. And maybe I'm old school and thinking that it shouldn't. We got to protect our children's innocence, because once you lose it, there ain't no getting it back.
Well, I feel like this whole gender identity thing is something that the kids today are dealing with, having to ask yourself, do I feel like a girl or do I feel like a boy? Like I've never asked myself that question. And I feel like nowadays the kids are sitting there asking themselves that question. And that's because of what, the topics,
right now.
the topics that people, talk about on podcasts and the topics that the media talks about and the articles on the internet.
Media.
I mean, all of it is, but
it's all media. It's all left wing. It's all propaganda.
But now really. It's also,
I hate it, but it is all propaganda now at this point.
But now it's also, about the feelings that their shirts or their clothing may, make them feel, or the topics that their teachers are talking about or other students, so now it's kind of just, now sometimes I just sit there and ask myself, like, nowadays I'm like, do I feel like a girl or do I feel like a boy today? So, and today I feel like a boy, so we'll see what's up tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know how to respond to that, man. I've always felt like a man. I've never had those thoughts. All I could think of is, I don't know if this is just going to confuse young children. I didn't grow up as a trans person. I don't know how early on you start having thoughts like that. Yeah. But I just think putting that on clothes for toddlers and stuff is just kind of weird, because like hetero people don't put hetero clothes on kids. Like, I was made from my mom and dad having sex. There's no shirt that says that, and I don't know. It's just it's a real world, bro. But, to transition into another story that I had is there was a kid. There's a 12-year-old boy, Liam Morrison. I told you about this. This kid got kicked out of middle school in Massachusetts. So he got kicked out of his middle school for wearing a shirt that said, "There are only two genders."
Wait, he got expelled.
He got kicked out. Yep. Expelled.
He
wore a shirt that said, "There are only two genders."
Wait, they didn't make him take the shirt off and go home, or they didn't make his parents bring a different shirt? They expelled him.
I think they probably asked for all of the above.
And he wouldn't.
Tried to make, and maybe force him. I don't know that detail of what happened that day. But this kid like stood in front of like student council and gave an eloquent speech on his right to wear that shirt and why should he get kicked out. And he gave this speech about as a kid, he sees a lot of people wear stuff that don't align with his opinions,
Right.
but he doesn't trip out and like get angry or anything like that. And this is the hypocrisy I think there is with woke culture, man. This kid got kicked out of school for wearing a shirt that said there are only two genders. I don't even know what the fuck the problem is with that shirt.
Yeah.
If you're a male and you want to be female and you live that life, fine. If you're a female, you want to be male and you want to live that life, fine. But either way, you're picking of one of two genders. So his shirt is like not even that politically insane or insensitive, right? It's not. I mean, I don't know. Convince me otherwise.
I wonder how much
Convince me
influence the parents had on this decision. You know, obviously the parents bought the shirt. Obviously the parents, you
It's
know,
not that
they
obvious,
knew
though. It's not that obvious.
the parents knew that, you know, this is gonna kind of cause a little bit of a shit stir, you know. And then the kid had a speech prepared.
He didn't have the speech prepared. He got kicked out, and they're fighting. Obviously, him getting expelled.
Oh, I see.
So this
I
was
see.
days later, you know. And you know, it's obviously what you get when you're a kid. You soak up from your parents. If you're a little racist shit or a bully at school, it's because of your parents, right? But kids nowadays, they have this free thought. This is why this shit's even in the news. This is why shirts like that are being made. This is why pride is all over the place. Is kids are expressing themselves at this age. This is what you and I are talking about, literally.
What?
And this kid wears a shirt that's not even like insensitive.
Right.
He wears a shirt that states a fact.
It's a
Okay,
it's
that's like a fucking fact.
right.
Okay, I'm sorry. At the risk of seeming unwoke or or ignorant, no, there's fucking two genders. All right, that's a fact.
It's
I
a
don't give a shit.
you're right, but it's a bit of a troll move. You know, it's a bit of a he knew the target for that shirt. You know, like he knew who it was gonna piss off, and he knew that it was gonna, you know, and I guess at 12 years old, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think I was that smart when I was 12, though. I don't think I was that.
Yeah, no, I mean, this kid seems like a young genius, bro.
Yeah.
If you, I didn't necessarily prepare you for this and tell you about this story, so it's for you to not watch the YouTube video. But if you guys go to YouTube and watch Liam Morrison, 12-year-old, just Google like 12-year-old gets kicked out of school for wearing this shirt. He's very well spoken. This kid's very well spoken. But the point too that he's trying to make, man, is other kids wear shirts that may hurt his opinion on certain things or whatnot. But he can't wear that shirt. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't even say anything bad. He didn't even say he's anti-LGBTQIA plus. That mouthful. He didn't even say he's anti-pride. He didn't even say any of that. He just said there are only two genders. And we do live in a day and age where all these kids are making what do you call it? Expression. Freedom of expression. All these kids nowadays are expressing themselves in this way. And I don't know why this kid got kicked out of school. That's fucking insane.
Yeah, I mean,
That's insane. That falls under freedom of speech as well.
I feel like
Second.
it's the intolerance. And that's why he probably got kicked out of school, because it's showing intolerance.
But it's not. But it's not.
But if somebody tells you, that, hey, I'm a cat.
Sensitive ass
Somebody's
people intolerant. He ain't intolerant.
Somebody's telling you, hey, I'm a cat. You know, let that person be a fucking cat. You know, like, what do you fucking care? You know, I mean,
but he's not even saying that. What? So explain to me how his shirt is intolerant.
Well,
that's what I want to know.
It's targeting, you know, a group of people who are very sensitive right now and who are very, not, I mean, deservingly so, you know, like to be treated as if you didn't exist, you know, and now you're in the spotlight and people are, you know, picking you apart. You know, it's saying that you don't exist. You know, it's pretty much telling those people that they don't exist. And
how? Explain though, that there's only two genders. How is he telling people they don't exist with that shirt? Because
people are saying like, hey, no, there is more than two genders, because I feel like I'm this or that, you know? And
to those people, I just say that's not fact. So I'm sorry.
Right. But that's, I guess
I don't buy it. That's why I'm like, That's why I say, at the risk of sounding ignorant, I just don't give a shit. Like, when it comes to this type of stuff, this like, I read this story and I'm like, that is insane, bro. That is insane. And this is a forced way of thinking and ideology to people. I mean, for getting kicked out for wearing that shirt is ridiculous. Now, if he said all gays are going to hell, yeah, all right. Now kick him out, expel him. I agree with that. He didn't even say that. It's not, his shirt isn't even really religious. It's not even political. I guess you could just call it's a science shirt. It's just a fact. It's look at any species that we know of, okay? There are only two genders. When you're having a baby, they're telling you if you're having a what?
A boy or a girl,
There you
or
go.
could be a hermaphrodite.
It could be. It could be.
What's a hermaphrodite?
What gender is that?
Yeah, what gender is that then? I'm asking you.
I don't know. We would have to go to Google for that.
So, right. So it's a gender though. It's not a boy or a girl.
Let's check it out. I don't know how to spell hermaphrodite.
Okay, hold on. Is hermaph? Okay, it's the second thing on Google that pops up.
What gender is hermaphrodite?
Hold on.
What gender is hermaphrodite?
Okay, a hermaphrodite is a sexually producing organism that produces both male and female gametes. Animal species in which individuals are of different sexes, either male or female, but not both, are gonochoric. In biology, a gonochorism is a sexual system where there are only two sexes and each individual organism is either male or female. Bro.
It says in the past they've been
intersex,
preferentially called males.
But
so I guess if he wants to make his shirt better, he should have said there are two genders and hermaphrodites. But why do I feel like that would have actually caused more of a stir? Right. If he wore a shirt.
Yo,
I'm not trying.
You can buy that t-shirt at captureculture.com.
Oh,
there are two genders and hermaphrodites. I feel like I'm gonna design that shirt and sell it.
If he wore that shirt though, people would have said that's an attack on hermaphrodites. That's what they would have said. No,
but that's an inclusion of hermaphrodites, isn't it?
That's what you could argue,
right?
I just think I think the school could have had a talk to him about maybe not stirring shit, but to kick him out of school. Like they should have just had their parents come in for like a parent teacher conference and have them talk, or maybe even get the other parents involved and see what everyone thinks. But to kick a kid out of school for that, I just think that's whack. I see people wear shirts that say like "fuck you" on them,
right? I used to have a jacket that said "Jesus Christ homosexual" on the back of it, and I couldn't wear it at school. They made me take it off, but I didn't start shit. As soon as they were like, "Yo, you can't wear that," I'm like, "All right," and I took it off. But right. The reason why I bought the jacket, though, was because I was a little douche and I was like, yeah, people are gonna fucking hate this, so, and I was 14, so it's, right. I kind of see it as like the dude was like, yeah, this shirt's gonna people are gonna hate this, so.
Yo, let me make it very clear, man. Like sexuality, be you, live life who you are. Now, with that being said, like that story still pissed me off that kid got kicked out of school for that. Like that's some bullshit. That was some bullshit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe don't wear anything. I mean, that's why schools have uniforms nowadays, don't wear anything with a logo on it or words on it. That would be my solution as a school. Be like, all right, well, you just fucked it up for everybody. So no one can wear anything like that and put a school uniform in place. Maybe all schools should have uniforms, but
man, what you're saying though is like dangerous. The whole point is it is a freedom of expression. So for the kids that want to wear their pride shirt, they should be free to express that pride shirt. And for the kids that want to wear a shirt that kid wore, he should be able to express that. You can't like pinpoint, and you can't say to one person they could wear this and you can't wear that. Or then it's all uniform. And that shit is scary, bro. Living under a society where we're all controlled and we're all told what to think and we're all told how to act and how to dress. that's like we're truly becoming enslaved.
Well, in a school, right? School is not a place for you to express anything. School is a place where you should learn and then go home and express whatever the fuck you want to express at home, you know?
I
But
disagree with that.
really, I don't think
Kids,
school
kids
is
have
a
kids have
platform.
expression. I think you grow your style when you're young. You're learning who you are. You're learning what you like. You're learning what the kids like. You gotta. I think parents. I'm not a parent, but you have to identify naturally what your kids are into and what their natural passions are, and you got to nourish that. So if you control all of that, I think you're going to miss out on the individuality of your kid. Okay, and this 12-year-old, say what you will about him, he's got a bright future because he knows how to put together an argument. He's clearly thinking. He's clearly thinking in different ways. You know what I'm saying? And this story for him is only just going to spark like his passion for whatever he wants to pursue. He looks like a young like senator.
It
Or
looks
some
like a
shit,
young
you know?
Trump voter.
Yeah, yeah. Well, shit, man. All right, dude. Well, we'll end it on that. We try to keep it light, but we went a little heavy as
Yeah,
well.
it's okay. There's nothing wrong
We're
with
heavy
that.
thinkers. We're
Yeah.
heavy thinkers, dude. Anyways, stay blessed at your best and with a solid flex.
There's only two genders and hermaphrodites.
It's fact.